Check this out, guys. I got a cool video for you today. Get in there. I've been waiting to do this one for a while. I needed the right opportunity and the right, all the right pieces to kind of fall into place. So I'm pretty big on these different methods of, like, if you had to get yourself out of a car, you know, you have an accident and the car, you know, God forbid, catches fire and the door, you can't get out. It's a crazy car accident. You got to cut your seatbelt and smash the window to get out. Or God forbid, the car went into water, or your overturned vehicle. And there's really a lot of different times that, God forbid, situations where you might need to cut your seatbelt, smash the window, get yourself out of the car. So a lot of my everyday carry knives have some sort of you know, hard bottom to smash the window, and hopefully the blade is sharp enough to cut through. But I use this for a lot of things, and I think it would be sharp enough, but I'm not positive it would be sharp enough. And really the best thing to have is some sort of tool that's specific for your purpose. So you scour the internet, and the two reigning champs that come up is the Resqme, R-E-S-Q-M-E. And they come in all different colors. I went with something that was bright so that, you know, again, if it was dark or I was disoriented or some sort of emergency and I needed to access it in my car, I wanted it to be something that I could see. This one, I forget what they used to call it, the something hammer, life hammer, I don't know what it's called, but this is some knockoff I found on Amazon. I just went with one that had a lot of good reviews, and it was Amazon's best choice, or however they sell that stuff. And this came as a 2-pack. This I don't know if I bought it as a 2-pack or I bought 2 of them. One for me and one for my wife, but each car has one, and I keep it right by the gear shifter in my car. So again, it's right where I could grab it. It's on a key ring, so you can kind of like pull it and then use this, which we're going to demonstrate in a second. But stay with me. What's up, warriors? It's Kyoshi Dave Herman with 5 Elements Tactical Training, here to share with you some warrior skills and drills that anyone can learn and everyone should know. If you're new to the channel, welcome and thanks for stopping by. If you already follow us on social media and that's how you find your way over to this channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the bell notification button and the little thing where it says all notifications, so YouTube will let you know when the next video drops, and you get all sorts of cool content from here as well. So I got 2 of these. They're both designed to cut the seatbelt and smash the window. I got a car that my friend is just about to throw in the garbage. It's all sorts of jacked up, not worth fixing. It's one of those cars they're going to total. So I don't feel bad destroying it. He said it's okay. He's literally throwing it in the garbage. But again, there's 2 different, like the 2 reigning champs, and I just wanted to kind of see which one was going to work better, how they work, how they perform, and let you guys see it too, because this falls under our... People ask all the time, is this a survival video? Is this a prepper video? Is this a gear review video? Is this a self-defense video? And it kind of falls under more than one. If you ask me, it's definitely a survival tool, and it's definitely something that a prepper should have in their kit. And it's definitely something like that I'm anxious to review them for my own, you know, purposes, and so you guys could see it too and learn from it. But let's have some fun. I wanted to test each of these on a couple different seatbelts, and also a couple different kinds of windows. So the front windows are regular, the rear ones are tinted. I'm not sure if it makes a difference or not, but we're going to test it out. So we'll do, you know, front and rear with one and front and rear with the other, and cut some seatbelts. And honestly, remember, if you're going to keep this thing in your car, as you should, and again, it's a personal preference where you're going to keep it, how you're going to keep it, but just like our, you know, definitely our survival gear, like you reach into your go bag, you got to know where your stuff is. You put it in there, and it's always in that spot, so your muscle memory is that's what you're reaching for. You know, on your person, if you're, you know, one of the firearm students for the class, and you know, where you keep your everyday carry, where you keep your extra magazine, it's ought to always be in the same spot. If it's for your home defense, man, just, you know, that you hear the bump in the night, you know exactly where your flashlight's going to be, exactly where your firearm's going to be, exactly what you got to do to unlock your safe, and all that good stuff. Point being, it's one thing to have one of these. It's another thing to, like, obviously read the directions, which I did, and I'll tell you a funny story in a moment. It's one thing to have these things. It's another thing to make sure you read the directions. It's another thing to make sure you watch some sort of videos on how it works, so at least you have some sort of... You don't want the first time you use this in some sort of emergency, you're trying to read the directions then, or trying to find a YouTube video then, or trying to figure it out then. Do you understand? So, one, as part of like having the right steps to make sure you got the stuff, you did your research and your homework on how to use the stuff, the muscle memory is going to be where you're going to keep it in the vehicle so that you know where it is. That again, like, man, you have some crazy car accident and you're completely disoriented, you know exactly where to reach for it. All right, let's get after it. All right, so the first one I'm going to test is I'm going to use the Resqme. And again, I usually keep this on the shifter in my car. You could use it on, I guess, your directionals or whatever. So long as it's something that you're not going to get caught on, it's going to pull and break some of your stuff when you're not trying to yank on it, you know. In an emergency, if your car flipped over or you were like really using this in an emergency to get out of your car, then the last thing I'm worried about is going to be what knobs I yank off of my car. So again, it comes with a key ring. You just, wherever it is, you yank on it, pull it, the ring stays in place, and you have this in your hand. So the first thing I want to try is just, it's got like the razor is inside, so it's like you only cut whatever you send in there, and whatever you send in there's got to be skinny enough to get in there. So the goal is to crank it, feed this through. Well, that was easy. All right, that worked really well. Let's see. Do another piece. Easy. Easy. All right. So next test, smash a window. So the goal with this is you take this, the button side, you put it against whatever you're trying to pop, you push on it, it's spring loaded and the little thing shoots out of there. The other side, there's a bit of a ball bearing in there, which I think is a redundancy. I'm not positive about that. I don't know why else it would be there. So what you do is just kind of take this and you push it. Oh, that worked. That worked. Let's see how it works on not a windshield, but your side windshield. Ready? I put it near the top. It worked. And I did it at the top so that it would fall. There's some on me for sure. I have to change my shirt when I go home. Some in me. Looking at my hand, I should have had my gloves on. Glad I got my glasses, but I did it at the top and I did it close to. I think it would work anywhere you put it on the window, but you put it near the you put it near the top, and that's what you do. So 1, you cut yourself out. 2, you smash the window, you climb out, or if you had to, you go in the back and you start cutting your kids out, your wife out, whoever. All right. So the next one I want to try is if it's different on tempered glass than it is on or tinted glass rather than not tinted glass. All right, so again, I'll just throw another seatbelt on just so we practice it. I think the more you do it, the better you get it at understanding how to do something. Got my seatbelt on. If you had one in the back, I would not keep these in the back because my kid will take this and put it against the window and start wrecking my car. But you pull it, feed it, slice it. That's really fast, man. That is amazing. That's amazing. Resqme. These are the ones I keep in my car. I'm sold on that. I'm glad I have them. I'm curious to know. Yeah, that ball bearing thing, not so much. Maybe that's there for something else. If you know what it's there for, let me know. All right, we're gonna try the hammer on the other side. I have to clean this mess up is what I'm gonna have to do. The Doom hammer, the life hammer, the hammer style thing, I'm not sure if you screw it to like somewhere in your car or maybe under the seat or maybe against your console somewhere. I'm sure you could. And you just kind of pull this piece off. You have a hammer, which is designed to do the same thing, and a hook to do the same thing. I like that it's got reflective tape on there. There's a name for that type of reflective tape. Salis? I don't know. If you know what it is, let me know. All right. It is really hot. I wish this car was running and the air conditioning was working. So take this, get in there. Also works very well. Ready? It works. It's bigger and gaudier, but it works. Fun. All right, let's check it out on how, if it's any different on tinted glass. I don't think it will be, but let's give it a shot. My God, what a mess. I would definitely recommend eye protection and gloves if you're gonna be messing with this one at home. And I recommend you don't do this one at home. And also recommend long sleeves. I gotta drive like a half hour before I get to a shower. What I would do for you guys, anything. All right, so first, same thing, I just double check. Take this thing out. This might be a cool one to have in your, that pocket holder in the back. But again, if you got little kids, I would definitely not trust my kids with this anywhere, anytime, ever. I would like for them to learn how to use it, but God forbid they need to. All right, so again, the hook, just kind of hook it on the seatbelt. Okay. Again, the tempered glass really, it's designed to break into a million pieces, so it's not like any large piece falls in and on you and cuts you or whatever. I mean, it's a mess, and there's little sharp pieces everywhere. I'm gonna have to get undressed on my porch and hose down outside or something. But again, man, this is a great piece of equipment, whether it's for your survival bag, your go bag, get home bag, but more importantly, like as part of your everyday carry mentality, having this in the car. That glass, having this in the car where you could reach it, or maybe one on your passenger side too. God forbid it was in a spot where you have an accident and you become unresponsive, and you know, you need somebody else to kind of have one also to get them, bail themselves out, bail you out, and God forbid whoever else is in the car. But to not have one of these is almost a disservice. To have it and not use it is even more of a, like, not for practice, but to have it and not put it into practice. Remember we were talking about that muscle memory stuff? Making sure that you have some sort of plan. You know, having the stuff is one thing, having the knowledge and skill set is another, having the plan and the follow through is really probably the most important part. You know, if you just have the gear but you don't know how to use it, it's of no use. If you have the gear and you know how to use it, but you don't know where to find it when you need it, or it's not around when you need it, or you know, you don't have a plan on how to, like we say, plan your work, then work your plan. If you're not planning your work, you can't work the plan, and that could be catastrophic. All right, hey, if you already have one of these and you have some sort of experience or some sort of story where God forbid you had to use it for real and it saved your life, let me know in the comments. Remember guys, that the channel is a school, and the whole idea is it's not just me teaching you, it's you guys. When you let me know information, it helps me learn. And when you guys read each other's comments and hop in on each other's comments, always politely and respectfully and with good manners and all that stuff, it's one of my favorite things about my warriors. You guys are, you're my tribe, man. We're a warrior clan, and seeing the way you guys are with each other is awesome. Keep that stuff up. But again, if you have some sort of story where you use these and it worked, any story, let me know. If you have a preference over one or the other, let me know. If just by watching this, you're kind of sold on one or the other, let me know. So again, I have these ones in my car. I like it because it's small, it's tiny. I like that it's got the ring. It's out of the way, but I can get to it. This worked awesome. I like that you just grab it and use it. You already know how to use a hammer. There's no thinking behind this. So there's a lot to be said for that. This, you know, having to get it out and slicing it, I like that on both of them, that the blade is hidden and you're not going to accidentally cut yourself on it. I like that it was easy once I got to the belt, that it went right through, they both went through more than one belt, more than one time. This, the only thing is being able to, like, you're going to push on something and have it shatter. Yeah, it works right away. But again, if you have this, but you've never watched somebody else use it, you have no idea how to use it, you know, this might be the easier one. Hey, just one more thing. I have a bit of a request for you guys. If you know of anybody that would benefit from seeing this, the testing, the tools, the comparison between the two, any of that stuff, do me a favor, pass it along, share the video. The whole purpose of the 5 Elements Tactical channel is survival. Whether it's street self-defense, firearms, home defense, any of that stuff. One is, again, being prepared for the situation, having some knowledge on how to use it, having some sort of like practical experience, or at least the time that you have to go and do that thing, that it's not the first time you're seeing it or hearing about it, or your mind has kind of been there already. So if it's somebody who doesn't have any of these tools, let them see it, pass it on. If it's somebody that has the tools but has never used the tools, please pass it on, let them see it. If it's anybody that you remotely love or care about, that you think might benefit from it, you know, your kids, your wife, your husband, whoever, pass it on. All right, guys, thanks. I really appreciate it. I love you. All right, so the funny story. When I first got this one, I was very intrigued because I had seen some stuff and read some stuff and knew some people who kind of swore by it, but I never had one. And just like any other guy getting any other tool, you want to kind of test it out. So I took it out of the box and it came with directions, which I was kind of reading first, but I didn't read through them first and then mess with it. I was kind of messing with it while I was reading through it. And the part where you push, I was curious if I could activate it with my finger. Don't do that. Don't do that. So as I'm reading the instructions, the directions in the pack, you know, and the thing that came with it, I'm reading it as I'm pushing on it. It says, and whatever you do, make sure you don't pow. What the? Yabba dabba doo. And whew, well, I'll never do that again. P.S. The next thing said, don't practice this or test this on your finger. It made me feel at least I wasn't the only guy to do it. Well, if you made it this far and you like what I'm teaching and preaching, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and like this video. If you're loving it, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you gotta have it, make sure you hit the bell notification button and the little thing where it says all notifications, so YouTube will let you know when the next video drops. If you're really digging it and you want more, you can find me on all social media platforms at 5 Elements Tactical. That's all I got for now, warriors. So until our paths cross again, pray for the best, prepare for the rest. I'm Kyoshi Dave Herman with 5 Elements Tactical Training. Thanks for watching.